Hey, Michael Church here, Crawl Space Ninja. Today I want to talk to you about whether you do or do not need crawl space drain tile. Stay tuned. If you're new to Crawl Space Ninja, we talk about everything related to crawl space encapsulation, waterproofing, even indoor air quality. We hope you'll subscribe to our channel, ring that notifications bell. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, check out our DIY store and our franchise opportunity. So just so you know, drain tile is a term given to perforated pipe and, S&D, sewer and drain pipe, things like that. Perforated pipes that are designed to move groundwater. Even the hydroway is considered drain tile by many. I don't use that terminology very often, but basically to me, drain tile is another word for French drain or waterproofing or water management inside of the crawl space. And to determine whether you need drain tile in your crawl space could be whether the floor of your crawl space is lower or at the same level than the dirt outside the crawl space. So if you go into the crawl space door and you have to look down at the floor, there's a good chance you might need drain tile. Maybe not today, maybe you get in there and there's no standing water or anything like that, but according to HUD, the Housing and Urban Development Division of the government, they recommend that if your crawl space floor is lower than the outside dirt, there's a good chance that the water table certain times of the year could rise up enough to flood that crawl space, in which you would need a drain tile or a perforated pipe or a waterproofing system. So let's talk about what that is exactly. All right, and the drain tile, like I mentioned, is normally like the NDS Easy Flow or the Hydroway, or of course you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up some sewer and drain tile and even if it's a PVC pipe, you can drill some holes in it. Anything like that can be considered a drain tile. Then you put it around the entire perimeter of that crawl space. A lot of times basement waterproofing will refer to that as drain tile as well. So if you have a basement that's flooding and you need some kind of a flood protection on the inside of the home, they would recommend that you install a drain tile below the slab. Another reason to install drain tile would obviously be if your foundation walls are leaking. Maybe you have a block wall and then they're filling up with water. The path of least resistance is inside the home versus trying to go back outside. So those would be good reasons to have drain tile. Again, it's just a matter of digging a trench around the interior foundation of the crawl space, installing some form of perforated pipe. It can be at a angle if you want it to be, but it's not necessary, because as the water rises inside of the pipe, it will naturally want to flow downhill, and then your sump pump would hopefully be downhill, or at least the lowest part of the system. You want to dig a hole, put in a sump pump base, and install a sump pump. And I did a really good video many years ago about what's needed for a sump pump, so I'll put a link to that down below. We show the sump pump basin and the different pipes and what type of sump pump and how we install it. So maybe that'll help you guys out. But that's what I see a drain tile as inside a crawl space. You want to make sure you're addressing any kind of flooding, especially if you're planning on doing a crawl space encapsulation project, because you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on putting in new plastic and dehue and all that kind of stuff, and then 2 to 3 years down the road, your crawl space floods because all of a sudden that water table rises because we got a huge rain or something like that. So I'm Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. We hope you make it a happy and blessed day, and we'll see you later.